96 hours after winning gold in Milan, Elisa Liu boarded a Delta flight heading home to San Francisco. No private jets, no luxury charters, and no roped-off first-class seat for the new queen of the ice. Just a basic commercial flight from Atlanta to SFO with Elisa Liu sitting in economy, her worn Team USA backpack shoved into the overhead bin. For 5 straight hours, she was just a ghost on the passenger manifest. She kept her head down, skipped the high-altitude selfies, and never once asked for special treatment. She sat there like any other weary traveler, nursing that deep, bone-weary exhaustion that hits when you finally achieve the impossible, and the adrenaline fades away. Then, the wheels touched the tarmac. The intercom crackled to life as a flight attendant's voice broke the quiet routine. "Ladies and gentlemen," she announced, "we have the honor of welcoming home a true legend today. She represented us with grit and grace. Please help me make some noise for our gold medalist, Elisa Liu, returning victorious from the Olympic Games." A brief silence then. "Elisa, your resilience makes us all stand taller. From the Bay Area, welcome home, champ." Passenger Natalie Cardoza, sitting nearby, admitted the whole row was oblivious to the royalty among them until that moment. She described the energy as electric. The cabin erupted. Total strangers were grinning like old friends while tears flowed freely. Natalie grabbed her phone, captured the magic, and uploaded it to TikTok. The video racked up millions of views by dinner. But the viral video wasn't the detail that truly stuck with people. When Elisa finally stepped off the plane and up the jet bridge, it wasn't just a dull gray ramp. She walked into a glittering tunnel of gold balloons and tinsel curtains, secretly rigged up by the ground crew while the jet was taxiing. That beige accordion hallway connecting the tarmac to the airport terminal, typically the dullest place on Earth, had morphed into a small-scale ticker tape parade. She walked through it beaming. This wasn't the polished grin she flashes for the TV cameras. This was a quiet, genuine smile. The look of someone trying to keep their heart from bursting out of their chest. She murmured a soft thank you to every person lining the path. No shouting, just personal, quiet gratitude while looking them in the eye. She lugged her own carry-on, that blue backpack strapped tight. She juggled red gift bags handed over by fans, looking exactly like the girl she is underneath all the hype. A 20-year-old kid from Oakland who conquered her sport's Everest and is still processing the incredible view. Inside the terminal, a crowd of fans waited people who saw a tweet and drove out on a random Monday night just to catch a glimpse. Cheers echoed off the walls as a voice roared, "Oakland loves you." Elisa whipped her head around laughing. Boom, another viral clip. But here is the specific part of that arrival that hit people right in the heart. The sheer contrast was wild. 96 hours earlier, she stood at center ice in Milan before 150 million viewers. The stadium was vibrating. Her score flashed gold, and the audience dissolved into a deafening roar of history. Judges in stiff suits, cameras zooming from every rafter, and the swelling chords of the Olympic anthem. Coaches hoisted her high, her family lost their minds in the stands, and confetti rained down. Cut to 4 days later, walking through a terminal with a rucksack, accepting trinkets from strangers, and thanking folks who showed up on a work night just to say good job. One was the peak of global sports. The other was just home. Still, the internet collectively agreed the arrival gate carried more emotional punch than the podium in Milan. There is unique magic in watching a superhuman return to reality, embraced by the specific community that raised them. No corporate sponsors, no TV networks, or Olympic dignitaries, just the folks who drive the same freeways and shop at the same stores. The Oakland Ice Center on 10th Avenue, where her dad first laced her skates at age 5, isn't some glossy academy. It's a grinder's rink. It smells of stale rubber mats and decades of sweat. That is her true sanctuary. Not a high-tech lab, but the rink on 10th. The homecoming tour continued Tuesday evening when she popped into an Italian spot in Alameda. Owners Giuseppe and Christine Naccarelli were absolutely floored. She ordered the fettuccine bolognese, and they surprised her with a congratulations message scrawled in chocolate on a dessert plate. She finished the tiramisu, declaring it the best she had ever tasted. Christine told the press later, "I will take that compliment any day." Other diners realized they were sharing space with a legend. Whispers spread, "I can't believe I'm eating right next to her." Regular folks out for pasta suddenly found themselves 1 degree from the face that had dominated every screen in America for a week. Outside, the city made it official. Giant billboards suddenly appeared all along the 880 freeway. 5 massive displays featuring Elisa's face now loom over the traffic. Oakland is staking its claim, shouting that this girl from a gritty local rink belongs to them. Mayor Barbara Lee posted a massive proclamation on Instagram. Oakland is throwing a citywide party to honor our gold medalist and local hero, Elisa Liu. She filled our streets with pride. There is no date yet, but the public demand is absolutely deafening. Then came the one soundbite that actually broke the internet. When a reporter asked what it felt like returning from that massive whirlwind in Milan, she paused, thought about it, and said, "I saw my siblings and friends. We even grabbed dinner together. I'm just happy I could bring Oakland to Milan." Did you catch that? Not represent it, or make it proud. Bringing Oakland to Milan. It was as if she folded the entire city into her suitcase and smuggled it across the Atlantic. Every time she stuck a landing, the commuters on the 880 and the kids at the ice center were right there on that ice with her. She is barely 20. She tossed that line out like it was totally obvious, because to her it was. This is the part of the Olympic story that usually ends up on the cutting room floor, not the media blitz or the big shoe deals. It is the quiet moment where a history maker boards a coach flight, sits in the back, and stays anonymous. She has 5.8 million followers. Last week, 200,000. She gained a lifetime of fame in 168 hours. Now, corporate America wants her number. Late-night hosts are fighting for an interview. Yet, she flew commercial, walked through balloons, and thanked the ground crew in a whisper. She ate pasta in Alameda and loved the dessert. That right there is the real homecoming. That is more Elisa than any triple axel. Her coach, Philip, noted the celebration will be very short-lived. She jets to Prague on March 21st to defend her world title. The clock is ticking on training and proving the gold was no fluke. But first, the Lunar New Year parade hits the streets of Oakland this Saturday. She and her family will be front and center on the lead float. The bunk bed crew is back together, rolling through their hometown. Her father, Arthur, who survived Tiananmen Square to build a life here from scratch, raising 5 kids in one room, will be right there. The triplets. Her sister, Selena, and 20-year-old Elisa, the first American woman to win individual gold in 24 years, likely with her blue backpack still unpacked in the corner. Welcome home, champ. You truly earned every single balloon.